How's it going there? It's Mr.O. I'm here to talk about my little presentation of westward expansion. Disclaimer, first and foremost, I didn't have enough time to do all 3 subtopics of power, wealth, and morality. In this case, morality. That's my apologies. So technically speaking, I would have failed by my own rubric. Speaking about the rubric, let me show you what the rubric is. So in terms of this video, we're only going to focus on the full credit. That's what you need in order to get a full grade, or the lowest in that kind of expectation. Everything else in the middle, I think you guys can understand. So we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. As you can see, there are multiple different categories. There's, for example, visual representation, use of evidence, written explanation, clarity, and effort. Now, if you're to do visual representation and you do at the very beginning of a level 1 out of 4, that's because your visual is unclear, incorrect, or incomplete. You have few or no details. If you want to exceed expectations, right, to get a 4, which you all should do, your visual should be creative, accurate, and clearly shows the chosen images, right? You include 4+ labeled details and strong evidence. Now, if you want to get a 1 on use of evidence, use no evidence whatsoever. If you want to exceed the expectation of usage of evidence, make sure you use at least 3 pieces of evidence from the lesson 17 worksheet of culminating task, or even from other worksheets, or even from online. Written explanation. Again, if you want to get a 1 on this, you just need to have explanation that's incomplete or does not address the task or the prompt. If you want to have a 4 that exceeds expectations, you need to have a paragraph that is well organized, detailed, and clearly explains the change, who was affected, and why it mattered. Last but not least is clarity and effort. Again, if you want to get a 1 on this, you need to do the following. Your work is messy, incomplete, or shows very little effort. If you want to get a 4 and exceed expectations, right, make sure your work is neat, organized, and shows exceptional effort. Your writing is clear and polished. Now, with that being stated, again, for me, I know I will not get a perfect 4 out of all this because I only completed 2 out of the 3 subtopics. So now, in this case, let me do my little presentation of the westward expansion by me, Mister.O. Start off with the first topic of power. Who makes decisions? Who gets to control land, laws, or people? Many decisions were made by the U.S. government that favored American settlers. The U.S. claimed that land was already home to Native Americans. For example, the U.S. used the military to enforce expansion. According to www.mps.gov, it states the following. The federal government responded with measures, Homestead Act, Transcontinental Railroad, and military campaigns designed to encourage settlement, solidify Union control of the Trans-Mississippi West, and further marginalize the physical and cultural presence of tribes native to the West. This shows that the U.S. government had the power to make decisions and use the military to execute these decisions. The photo that I selected clearly shows power for American westward because the woman angel is very large and appears as if she is forcing Native Americans off their land, and she is literally bringing either an army or a strong force as she is moving. Next, the portion of wealth. Who gains land or resources from expansion? Influenced by growth because of the money to be made for white American settlers, businesses, and the government, Native Americans lost land and resources as a result. According to the Culminating task worksheet on lesson 17 worksheet, it shows a map of land that has been taken away from Native Americans from 1820 to 1850 to an area called Indian Territory. This shows that Native Americans were forced off their own land in order to allow Americans to take their land and use it to make money or farm it. The map is clearly a sign of wealth because having land is one way of gaining and having wealth. Once you've had land, you can farm the land and sell the crops in order to make more money. Alright, and this is my sources, right? So I use www.mps.gov, I use a Culminating task worksheet, right? So that's 2 pieces of evidence, technically, right? 2 sources, and then I cited 2 pieces of evidence, the map, and then the Manifest Destiny lady, angel person. That's the end of my thing. Alright, goodbye, have a good day. Bye, have a wonderful time. Alright, I'm gonna have fun editing this.